If the thought of relying on one income stream gives you a little panic, or you are looking to someone to create financial safety for you, this video is going to flip the script for you. I'm Africa Archield, and I don't wait on systems. I build my own. And now I help women like you do the same. Now, the biggest lie we were ever told was that a steady paycheck equals security. I think at this point, we all know that is not the truth. Building your own personal economy, that is true financial freedom. If you know you're ready to build your own system and not just hustle harder, claim your cash crown. It is a blueprint and other resources I've put together for you. The link is in the description below. Let me keep it real for you. This is not theory that I'm sharing with you right now. I've lived this. Back in January of 2021, my life kind of turned upside down. It wasn't that I didn't have a business and I started one. I don't want to lead you astray. I did have a business and it was doing pretty good. But what turned me upside down is my children and I were forced to leave our home and we ended up in a hotel. And you know, when you're in a hotel, you can't just fill a fridge full of food and cook. Oh no, we were eating out every single meal. And my car was a smidge unreliable, so I was using a rental car. So here I was paying for a rental car and a hotel, and my credit was just starting to get better. So I was juggling both of those on one credit card. With every single swipe of that card, I had to hurry and pay it off so that the next time I had to swipe, the thing would go through because there was no way I could have the hotel bill and the car bill on there at the same time. I was just running around scared, a little bit hopeless. There was no one that I could rely on because we had to stay in a certain geographical area. And so I was just under some of the worst financial stress that I'd ever been in. And so I decided to bet on myself. And I dug in and I said, this business is going to support me and my children. We are going to be fine. And I started doing the outreach and some of the other things I'm going to discuss with you throughout the series. And about 45 days later, just weeks later, in March, I had my largest gross revenue for the month ever. I grossed $103,147 in a month, cash collected, deposited into my bank account. I cannot tell you what a relief that was. That meant I paid off the credit cards that I had. I did have more than one, but that was the only one I could juggle real fast. So I paid those off. You know, my credit went up, right? My score went way up and my limits got larger. That was nice. Nice side effect, right? Not only did that happen, but I was able to take me and the kids on a 3-week vacation to a place that eventually we settled in. And I was able to stay in that hotel with my children for over 9 months. And money was still coming in. That just happened to be the large cash collected. And that was a relief. That allowed me to breathe. And that is what a personal economy can do for you. That's why I'm so passionate about women creating their own economy. So if you're done waiting on systems that were never, ever designed for you to thrive, let's talk about one that will allow you to thrive, the one that you build. Let's face it, the world is unstable AF. Jobs, government, the economy, everything's a big effing mess. You don't have to look far to see evidence of that. Heck, just go to the grocery store. And so it's really silly to rely on a single stream of income because at any moment, let's face it, it can be disrupted. That's just the era we're living in, right? I hate saying it, and I know my kids hate hearing me say it, but we are living in unprecedented times. Congratulations to us. But I have a feeling that we decide to come here to work through these times, to create change. And this is one of those ways we create change with our own personal economy. I said the term personal economy so many times now, and I realize I've yet to define it. So, a personal economy is your own web of income, assets, and wealth flow. This is the point where we wake up and realize relying on a single stream of income is not only risky, it is damn well outdated. I don't know about you, but I am not going to beg for scraps anymore. I'm going to build my own damn table and know where my money's coming from and know that I'm able to control that flow. As spiritually and socially conscious women, we are nurturers, we are creators. We're literally built for this time to birth in a new world, to birth new ecosystems. We are built for this. And yet, most of us, and I'm talking about me too, I see me from the past right over there. Most of us will dim ourselves, will dim our light to fit in, and we will think we should be able to survive on just enough to just get by. That is not what we need to be doing now. So if you're watching this video and you're like, oh, I just need to make a little bit here, so there's just a little bit extra, no, turn off the video. This video isn't for you. You need to be ready to bring in abundance. That's the point of building your own personal economy, is for abundance, not just to get by, because it is about this overflow. When we build our personal economies, it doesn't just affect us. We lift up entire communities, not only by redistributing our wealth, exchanging them for other goods and services, but we shine our light. And that light, oh my gosh, my love, that light is infectious. And other people start realizing, if she can do it, I can do it too. I can build my own personal economy. I don't have to sit and play in this broken ass system. That kind of light, that kind of stimulation is huge. The ripple effects are epic. All right. You know what a personal economy is now, and you know why you need to build one. You know the old system is broken, but how do we get started? Well, I got about 3 steps for you. The first one is to audit your current flow, right? Where is money coming in? What is your income? Are you bringing in an income through work, some kind of thing you're doing, maybe a 9 to 5 or your own business? Does your significant other bring in money? Maybe money's coming in from a trust or an investment. Maybe money's coming in because you have a cash back credit card. It doesn't matter where the money's coming from. Just note all the places, all the different ways money's flowing to you. Now, I guess you know the other side of the audit, right? Where are all the ways you might be leaking money, right? the little pokes here and there, where is your money going? And of course, there's the big ones where you're like trying to put your finger on the hole in the dam and it's just pouring out. There's no way you're going to hold that water back, right? Where are all the places it's leaking? Now, like I said, I'm looking at me in the past over there. And I remember when I had the biggest money leak and I thought I could never get rid of it, right? You know what that money leak was? Overdraft fees. Things would come in, but my money wouldn't be there yet for my check. And I was just constantly battling overdraft fees. And it was a huge leak because think about it. One overdraft fee could mean a meal or two or three, depending, for me and my family. So these overdraft fees were eating into our food budget. And I thought, I'll never get out of this mess. I'll never be able to catch up. Have you felt like that before? Like, I'll never get out of this. And I want to tell you right now, there's always a way out. And I'm going to show you some of that way during the series. But let's get on to item number 2. You need to identify your strengths and passions. What is it that you can monetize? And when I say what is it you can monetize, I mean monetize easily without putting in a lot of money, right? I want to get you started on a stream of income, right? I'm getting you started in your personal economy. So, what are some of those things? Now, when I was thinking about this, I thought, oh my gosh, so many people see these people on Etsy and they think, I'm going to knit something up too. And I was going to say, don't do that. Don't go out and buy stuff to knit. But what if you already have it? What if you have arts and crafts supplies at home and you can do all sorts of things and sell them on Etsy or TikTok or whatever? Here's my issue. When I talk about I don't need to put a lot in, and I said money, should have also said time. Because what you could sell that for, is that worth your time? Right? Because that's the whole thing. It's not that you just break even. We're here to make a profit. We're here for overflow. Another example is I loved doing this. So it could be something you absolutely love. And I enjoyed kettle corn. I still enjoy eating it, I'm not going to lie. But I used to have a kettle corn business. I would go to the farmer's market every weekend, pop the kettle corn. It was all organic, by the way. And so I charged a premium for it. But guess what? I was barely covering expenses. In fact, the market didn't even charge me for my stall because they knew it was good for me to be there. And I couldn't afford the stall fee. Between all the other fees I was incurring, it never made sense. I loved doing it, but I was barely breaking even. It was not worth my time. Heck, it wasn't even worth my gas. Right? So eventually I had to let that go. However, maybe you're someone who does like baked goods. But again, think, is this worth my time? If I bake batches of cookie and sell them for $13 or $14, yeah, I covered my ingredients. Did I cover my time? Did I cover the electric? Did I cover all the other things associated? This is why I'm going to lovingly steer you away from those things and steer you back to your mind. We are still in a knowledge economy. It is an excellent place for you to create your personal economy. I'm going to ask you to start there. What knowledge do you have that you could monetize? Why do I say that? Because you can put a little bit in, Like you could put in $1. For every dollar, you could get out 70, $80 if you frame everything right, package it right, and sell it correctly, right? At the right price. And we will talk about that. For now, think about what knowledge do you have that you could monetize, even if you're just a few steps ahead of someone else. Because honestly, if I'm new at doing something, I'd rather learn from someone a few steps ahead of me than someone who's been doing it for years because they forget what it's like to be me, just learning, right? So your knowledge is currency in this economy. Your third step is to commit to one thing, commit to that next step you need to take. Is that sitting down and figuring out, well, which one of these things do I want to monetize? Is it you already have a business and you're kind of nervous about launching your next offer? Commit to launching it. If you've got money sitting in a savings account at your local bank and you've been thinking about investing it, invest it. Like, commit to do the one thing. And if you're like in a swirl about all the different options, or you're like, I don't know, I don't think I know anything. Trust me, you do. You've been around this world for a hot minute. You know things. If you're not sure how to figure that out, book a cosmic consultation. Make that your next step. We can chit chat, we can figure it out. It is so important to me that we as women create our own economies, that we have our own nest eggs. So I love to sit and chat with you about it. We will figure it out. We will map things out. Cosmic consultation is free. You might as well book a call. Now, building your own economy, even though it's very personal, you still don't have to do it alone. I think of this really as a team sport, as a community thing. Build your team that will help you create your economy. And you'll learn more about that during this series. You'll start to figure it out yourself along the way, too. Those people that you need to pull into your world to bolster your economy. And by the way, it bolsters those other people's economy too. My love, you deserve stability, your own stability, stability without relying on anyone else. And in that way, you deserve sovereignty, to be sovereign unto yourself. And you deserve overflow and abundance, more than enough. More than enough so you feel comfortable giving to those and supporting others, right? Giving to those causes that you know will do good things in the world. Seeing someone and being able to give to them, supporting others that you know who are also building their personal economies. We do that from overflow. We don't give from empty wells. We give from overflow. If you want to get started and you don't want to book a call with me, I understand my feelings aren't hurt, but make sure that you have picked up Claim Your Cash Crown. It is in the description, the first link in the description. Go click it right now. Make sure that you have it. The blueprint in there is going to blow your mind. The meditation and some other resources that are going to be so good for you as we go on this journey together. You got this far in the video, so make sure to like the video because, yeah, you do. So like it. Make sure you like it. That way it'll be seen by other people on YouTube. The algorithm go, oh, people like this thing. And make sure to comment on the video. I want to know why you want to create your personal economy. And I want to cheer you on and see you expand and create multiple streams of income. In fact, make sure you're subscribed to the channel and ring the bell for notifications. Because next time we're talking about multiple streams of income without the overwhelm. Until then, my love, peace, joy, love to you.